it's me, Craig, here at Fludded. It's nice to see you. I want to talk a little bit about, and I've made videos before about Twitch, but I want to talk about it again. Twitch is a streaming platform. Now, it's not actually the biggest streaming platform in the entire universe. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube seem to be trouncing it. Is that the word? Trouncing it. There it is, like struggling to get away there. But it's certainly making lots of money for a lot of people. A lot of millionaire streamers are getting hundreds and thousands of donations every single day. Donations, probably minimum of $5. They are raking in the money, and on top of that, they get sponsorship. The result of that, even though it's a very progressive site, it seems to be very heavily influenced by identity politics. It's got very sort of right-on terms of service. But one streamer, Hassan Piker, who's a self-proclaimed socialist, owns a $2 million apartment. And you might be saying, well, so what? Socialists can be wealthy. He is. And to be fair to him, I think he does give money away in charity quite a lot. I think he's... but then again, you would, wouldn't you? Tax and all that. But Twitch recently has had issues around a chap called Kai Cenat, Kai Cenat. If I just play this one and mute it, though, I'm not sure what the audio is like. This is a tweet I'm playing. That's why it's also weird size. But he did this thing. Here he is here. This is Kai. 2 days, he did it. He was going to do a giveaway, and here he is using Google Maps to plan where they're all going to meet up. And he's going to do a giveaway, which is going to be PlayStation 5s, I believe. And he arranges it, and then they all turn up. And how many turned up? 7,000 people turned up. This guy has scores of thousands, I nearly said. Like, he's got like tens of thousands of people watch his streams. And of course, all these people turned up for their free stuff. And chaos ensued. Now, what happens is that if a mob starts singing the same hymn, they soon turn into a mob. They act like one big beast. And when they realize that they are owning a space, they will have fun. They know they're not going to get arrested, so they'll start destroying stuff because it's fun. They're jumping up and down on cars. People were hurt in this. People were arrested. It got covered in all the sort of main news. And I remember seeing some chap had a bloody face. I don't think I got the footage of it here. If I just go up to this clip here, mute it. You see this guy here is being arrested. I think there were 70 odd arrests. He's got blood on his face. Because I'm playing this from Twitter, it's always bad quality. But as you can see, it was absolute carnage. And this is something that Kai had organised. Now, the thing is that alternative media and mainstream media are starting to merge more and more. But alternative media doesn't have any rules. It's not regulated. The only rules they have in place are the rules set in place by the website. So if it's YouTube, you have terms and conditions you have to comply with. Same goes for Twitch, Facebook, all the others. So if you decide that you're going to have a meetup, you can pretty much go ahead and do it, and the website's not going to care. It's out of their sort of remit, their responsibility. Now, if you imagine like a broadcaster like the BBC decided they were going to take, I don't know, Robbie Williams to a meetup in the centre of New York, they would organise the police, they would get paramedics to put barriers in place, health and safety. The whole thing would be done very carefully to make sure that there's crowd control. It's very important. But Kai Cenat doesn't care about anything like that. He just wants a bunch of people to turn up to say how brilliant they think he is. So this is what Twitch is producing. It's become a tool that people officially can use to organise mass gatherings, which could turn into absolute riots. Here you go. Look, here's the BBC website. Kai Cenat, police plan to charge Twitch streamer after PlayStation 5 giveaway. Good. They should charge him. It's shocking. They're all jumping on a car there. This is the guy. An absolute numpty, by the way. Everyone's saying, oh, he's so lovely. He's a numpty. He's a kid. He hasn't got a clue about nothing. And the lack of respect he's got for other people for doing that. Twitch, by the way, reward him. They finance him. They take a share of his... he makes them money. They give him money. and this is how Twitch operates. But something else that Twitch does is it has people like, here's a couple of streamers here. Now, these two are very, very big on Twitch. This is Nimplol, I don't know. This is him and his missus, or partner. And here they are. You might think, well, that's harmless enough where they are. They're inside a restaurant of some variety. And that doesn't, that's harmless enough. But the point I want to make is that people don't realize that if you're making a TV show, you can't just go into a restaurant with your cameras and film, because restaurants are privately owned spaces. Now, because the public are allowed to go into these places, you might say, well, no, it's a public space. No, it's not. It's not public. And you can tell the difference because at a certain time, the doors would be locked to stop you going there. Public spaces don't ever get locked up. They're privately owned with public, and the public are allowed to go in them. You're invited into them. Places like restaurants or beer gardens, or places like that. Anyone who goes to onto private property, like a restaurant or a shopping mall, expect to have their privacy. It can expect privacy. So that's why if you go into a shopping mall or a shopping centre, as we call it, and you're filming, then your security guards are going to come up and stop you. Now, if I went there as a broadcaster, and I would have to sign paperwork. I'd have to prove that I'm insured. What happens if I trip somebody up? What happens if I hurt somebody? I'm a business. These people are millionaires. They've bought houses and cars from the money they make from this. People are throwing money at them. I don't know if it's telling you. Does it tell me how many followers he's got? 1.1 million followers. Look. This dude. So they're doing really well in terms of the money. And there's a lot of money in Twitch. But there are other streamers on there. So apart from Twitch being somewhere where people are going into private spaces and filming members of the public without permission, you've got that breach in broadcasting code, because there is no broadcasting code. It's also become a bit of a gateway for kids to get access to porn. Now, what I'm going to show you isn't porn. But this is somebody called Sarida. I think her name is Sarida? She is a singer, believe it or not. But there is a category called pools, hot tubs, and beaches. And the rule is that there has to be the context of you being by a pool, a hot tub, or on a beach. A lot of them, what they've done is they've put hot tubs into the living room. And if you donate money, they will turn around and write your name on a whiteboard. Now, it's all very clever because the reason they're turning around is so you can see what's behind them or what they've got behind them. As Sarita here, the singer, is about to demonstrate. Let me just mute it and get rid of this. Look at her. This is what she's about to do. So you've got all the chat at the side here, and look at this. She gets up, she's got her phone, she's looking at her phone. She's going over there for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And they're all like, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Clip, 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 clip. Donation, donation, donation. She's there. She's looking at her phone. She's coming back. Thank you very much, Sarita. That was fantastic content. Really enjoyed that. Are you getting the idea of what's actually at play here? This is not fair play. It's not right. It's not. And I don't object to people wearing bathing suits on live streams. Do that if you want. What I object to is the lie about it. And this is what Twitch is. Now, all the guys who give donations to these girls who are on the pools, hot tubs, and beaches category, most of them will have an OnlyFans account, and most people who are of note on an OnlyFans account get their stuff leaked onto porn sites. So this is essentially becoming a place where kids, they don't know how old you are watching this stuff, go to this website, watch the stuff, and then do a search for them on the internet, maybe in incognito mode, and then find their videos of them actually doing stuff a little bit more risky than just walking on a beach. So this is what Twitch has become, and it's a little bit worrisome. But, what do we do about it? Well, we don't do anything about it because we can't do anything about it. But I can guarantee that there will be regulation coming. YouTube, Twitch, and I think it might be Twitter or X is what to keep your eye on, because I think that might become officially sort of broadcasting, like a broadcaster. they've just introduced sort of live streaming on there at a reasonable quality. So with all the other elements that Elon Musk is about to introduce, I would have thought that that is going to become a very regulated space. And I think that Twitch, now that people are getting hurt in the streets, are going to have to be a little bit more responsible. They should kick him off their platform, by the way. They won't, because they're making too much money from him. And also there'd be so much backlash that they just cowardly won't do it. They won't care that people got hurt at one of his meetups and that criminal damage was done. They won't care. They will just keep taking the money and it will all blow over and people forget about it. But I think it's a big an issue about people just wandering around going into private property, to be honest with you. Anyway, very interested to know what you think. What do you think about Kai Cenat and the antics he's getting into? And more importantly, I'm more interested to know, what do you think is the future of this stuff? Are there going to be laws put in place to stop it? Do you think there should be? Let me know down in the comments down below. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.